Bing is gaining market share in both the US and the UK, so I think it's about time we found out which search engine actually is better. And what better way to do that than look at current events, because in real time and everything which is going on right now is getting more and more important. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a series of videos and blog posts in which we'll be comparing Google and Bing based on current events. Right, so the first one we're going to compare in this first video, the first search is royal wedding, and that's because there is a royal wedding going on tomorrow on the April 29th in the UK, where Kate Middleton and Prince William are going to get married. And as you can see on the Google Insights, there's a lot of searches going on that in the recent months actually, going up to the wedding tomorrow. That's why we chose this one, because we want to see how well are Google and Bing performing on the current searches. So what we're doing is we're comparing Google and Bing. This of course is google.co.uk, this is google.com. So you can see the difference between them. There's a little UK thing here. This is bing.co.uk and this is bing.com. And note the difference. Here's the first one when it comes to the royal wedding tomorrow. This is quite surprising, because this is the bing.co.uk, which shows an image of China, which has nothing to do with the royal wedding whatsoever. Of course, Google's got the entire white page, so they don't have anything about the royal wedding on their homepage, but Bing does if you go to bing.com, which is kind of surprising, but maybe it's because the US people really like the royal family in the UK. But what you see here is the cathedral in which the Prince William and Kate Middleton are getting married tomorrow. So that's a first point for Bing, even though it's on the bing.com site instead of the bing.co.uk site. You would expect it to be on the co.uk also, which it's not. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do a search on both Google and Bing. So I've opened up both of them. I'm using google.com and I'm using bing.com, since they both have the most updated versions of the search engine. So we're going to do this from the .com sites and not the local sites. We're going to do the search for royal wedding, and then we'll start off with Google. And of course, when you start typing in Google, you'll see that instant search does its job, and you see that we have royal wedding showing up as a suggestion at first, and that's the first suggestion we see, and also the page is there. If we do the same on bing.com, you'll see that there's no instant search, we know that already, but the royal wedding is first. If you, however, look at the other results, it's quite different, to be honest, from each other. Royal Caribbean, don't know why that's there. It's on both of the sites, bing.com and bing.co.uk. Royal Rumble, no idea why it's there. But Google's got royal wedding coverage, which Bing doesn't have. So Royal Bank of Scotland is actually a good one to have there, Bing. But we're going for royal wedding. So Bing, royal wedding, Google, royal wedding. So I've got them compared to each other. I'm going to make sure that you'll see the center of both searches. And if you see, like for example, this going through the ads, that's because I've made a split screen out of the both of them, so that you'll be able to see well enough what is going on there. First up, royal wedding, Google, royal wedding, Bing. First result on Google. Let's see, we have related searches on top, which Bing does not have, and the related searches go to royal wedding coverage and royal wedding guest list. So I would say that's a point for Google, because if we look at current searches, then we'll want to know what coverage is going on tomorrow on either the BBC or on any other site. And also guest list, of course, something which a lot of people like. So 1 point Google and no points for Bing on this one. Then we look at the ads. We see that Google's got one ad on the right side, which is a BT Open Zone one. in which says that you can watch the royal wedding online using BT Open Zone. So it's a related ad, to say the least. At least it's a related ad. It's only one ad. Looking at Bing, however, we see that they have got ads on top and ads on the side. And if you look here on ads on the side, you see royal wedding gifts, memorabilia, low prices, Hotel Royal, and on the top searches you'll see authorized stockist of royal collection and by playing cards. So actually they do have more ads, but the ads are pretty irrelevant. So in this case, again, I would say it's a point for Google. We're going with the searches down to the next one. And when you look at the search on Google, you'll see that the first result is the Royal Channel, which is a channel set up by Google. They are broadcasting the royal wedding on YouTube, and this is the page which goes to that channel and gives you more information about the royal wedding. So a specific page from Google about the royal wedding, which also is the case with Bing. If you see here, then you see that Bing has the royal wedding. Also a specific page of royal.co.uk.amazon website / wedding is behind that, and here you see a picture of the happy couple. You see some side links, who's Kate, Moore and William, and that's not there with Google. Actually, Google's got this page in there twice, because this channel, the royal channel, is the same page as the one below it, the official royal wedding. So these two are the same. So in this case, I would actually be tempted to give the point to Bing, because they both have a page about the royal wedding, but I must say that Bing kind of does a better job when it comes to user experience, and it shows us a picture, it shows us side links, and it really shows us where we should be going. So here's a point for Bing on that. Then, if we go down on the Google search, we'll see that there are two pages, one from the royal wedding, williamkate.com, and one from the Telegraph, and then we'll see a block of news. Looking at Bing, we'll immediately get the block of news, and since it's a current event and we're looking for information on the royal wedding, which is going on tomorrow, we most probably want to have a lot of news results. So the fact that Bing places them higher than Google is a point for Bing, I would say. So there's two results between the first results on Google and the news results, while Bing places them higher. So that's one point for Google. If you look at which news results are there, sorry, the point was for Bing, of course. If you look at which news results are there, I would probably say that both of them are pretty okay. It depends on what time you look for the search, which kind of website you get back. You see the Telegraph being there on Google and the Daily Telegraph being there on Bing, for example. So it's okay. I can't really have a really deciding point on that. We're also seeing that both of them have the BBC website there, but being two different pages. They've got a BBC royal wedding page, and this one is the BBC, the British, sorry, this one of course, preparations page. Both news items on the BBC. So I would have expected actually to have a page which would be more current than both of these. I am going to give the point to Google, because Google has got an add to iGoogle link next to the BBC News article. So that's a point for Google. Then going down again, what we're seeing here is the Wikipedia results, which is not there on Google but is there on Bing. But I have to warn you, this is not a search for a movie. It's a search for the wedding, which is actually going on tomorrow. And remember, we're looking for current events. And if you look at this, then you'll see that they have got two results below one another, which are about a movie called The Royal Wedding, which is a movie from 1951, which is hardly, well, current, so to say. So even though if you do a search for Royal Wedding on a normal day, that would mean that Bing does a better job, because they give us the movie and Google doesn't. In this case, we're looking for the current events, and we're not wanting to see this. So Google gets a point here, and Bing doesn't. So going down again, you see here's yet another result for the movie on Bing, and Google doesn't have it there at all. So another point goes to Google for putting in a YouTube video, or at least a video which is not there on Bing. We don't see any videos here. So both of them have video. Well, Google's got videos, and Google's got the T-Mobile video there, which is a nice one to watch actually. So again, a point for Google, even though they both have other websites there, which are equally okay. We'll look at two more stuff items, meaning one, images for Royal Wedding, and if you look at both of them, you'll see that Google's got only 3 and Bing's got more of them, but neither of them actually have pictures of Kate and William, but that might have more to do with how the pictures are optimized than with the Royal Wedding, and we have been searching for Royal Wedding, we have not been searching for Kate and William. Still, you get pictures from other weddings and not weddings related to this one. The only one which is there is that on Google we can see, if we make this a little bit bigger, then here you see that this is a picture of the royal wedding of Princess Diana, which is of course the mother of William, so they could get a point out of that. But I'm in this case gonna make it a tie, because they both have pictures in there. They've got it a little bit down on the page, but they don't have any pictures on this royal wedding. Okay, going to the bottom of the page, we'll look at the related searches, and then we'll see a few differences. You'll see that Google's got the coverage and the guest list there, which Bing does not have. So there's a point for Google. And on the other hand, if you look at the results more, then you'll see that Princess Diana, Princess Anne's royal wedding are in there for Bing, which are not in there for Google. So that would be a point for Bing. But on the other hand, Google has got Prince William in there, which is not in there for Bing. So kind of a tie here. Maybe Google wins it by a little bit, but Bing ties it up again by giving us a choice if we want to look at the British royal wedding or the Swedish royal wedding. So both got some points. I am calculating this, and I'm seeing that I've made 7 points going to Google and 4 points going to Bing. So in this case, even though I must say Bing is doing a good job, especially with the user experience on the first part of the search, which of course always is the most important part of the search, Google wins it when it comes to actual right information for the user. Still, it's a very close call, because I really like the way that Bing puts both the royal wedding page, the site links, and the news up there. So you decide, is it a tie, or does Google actually win it based on this search? Let me know. Thank you.